Welcome to another new episode of the Declutter Me podcast with myself, Shelina. I hope you're well wherever you are in the world. Thank you for listening as always. So, have you heard of Cluttercore? This is a hashtag that I've started seeing on Instagram and TikTok. Yep, Declutter Me is on TikTok. And I've been intrigued, looking at all these posts. So Cluttercore is a type of maximalism design style with interiors full of mismatched stuff or large collections of items. It's typically items that have sort of emotional or nostalgic values to the owners and these posters. And it's not about filling rooms with tat, but it's about loving what you have and then buying more things that match with that aesthetic. So it's not, the aesthetically perfect neutral rooms like you see on these interior shows on Netflix and all these other shows as well. But it seems to be this, when done correctly, it can look like organized chaos. There's such a randomness with Cluttercore. It's bizarre, but actually kind of cool. So a lot of the big Cluttercore social media posters have a lot of stuff. The explanation from reading a lot of the articles about this is that people want to feel safe, they want to feel comfortable and protected in their space. And a lot of the spaces are small apartments or bedrooms. And I can get that because, after the last few years of uncertainty and challenges, this helps people to feel safe amidst their chaos, I suppose, or amidst their stuff. And then it's been fascinating because from seeing the many posts I've seen, there's a lot of vibrancy and quiche and classical items joined together to give this kind of mismatch of identity. And the ones who do it well have spaces with organized stuff, a lot of stuff, but it's all organized. And there are always plants around the space. I don't know how they keep them alive. It's something I admire as I kill so many plants. I killed a cactus the other day by overwatering it. I don't know how. So I am that useless at plants. So when I see anybody with lots of plants in their house, I just feel really jealous. But yeah, so they always have lots of plants. A lot of them are fake plants as well, that you can get from IKEA, but there are plants. And I like it. I kind of have a feeling I'm a semi-cluttercore kind of person. I have a mismatch of furniture, of art, of knickknacks and books. I mean, if you look behind, if you're watching the video right now, you'll see a mismatch of books and frames and knickknacks. And it doesn't make sense, but it makes sense and it makes me happy. Obviously, it's not a lot of stuff because, I am a declutterer and a professional organizer. But, after watching all these Netflix shows, I'm watching, I think, Designing Miami right now, and they show these things and it's all aesthetically pleasing, very neutral, minimalist, not much stuff, not much family stuff. I suppose they're showing the design for when the house is renovated or it's made up, and then people can add their stuff afterwards. But it tends to be very prescriptive even. But with Cluttercore, it's not. It's a mixture of things that show a person's lived or gone out or traveled. And that's how I am as well. I buy things when I travel. I buy things when I see things, whether online or in shops. My desk alone has a mismatch of things on them with bursts of blue and green and pinks and purples, as well as old wood. I have a lot of furniture with wood as well. My art pieces are the same with a mixture of contemporary and classical. And I love antiques. I am a lover of going to antique shops, especially in the UK, and to flea shops and flea markets and stuff. I have antique photos that I've bought from my home county in Kent that remind me of my life in Kent, which I love. They're prized possessions. And my very close friend and I once went to a flea market near Borough, and we bought these glass bottles, and they say things like medicine or poison. I think the ones I have got poison etched onto them. And these glass bottles were used in the old days and then buried in like places, random places around the country. And this guy went around and has unearthed these mounds of glasses and sells them. And some of them are not great condition, some are great condition. So we have ones which are in great condition. I have two, she has two, I think. And it's a prized possession for both of us. We love these bottles and we keep them. And it's so kitsch. It's so antique-y. It's so unusual. It wouldn't go with the aesthetically pleasing houses that you see on TV, but it's our thing and we love it. And I think that's why I liked seeing this Cluttercore thing, because it's the mismatch of items. It's the organized clutter. It's the making your house yours and giving it personality. And I always love that. I am all about the personality. And that's why I love working with creative people. And I've discussed it in a podcast episode recently about working with creative people. And because their creative minds have different things in them and different aesthetics. And I love that. So this chaos just worked for me. But as I said, it was organized chaos. It wasn't chaotic. But then I did see posts, and I've been reading lots of articles about this as well, because I was so intrigued by this notion of Cluttercore. So there was a lady called Gia who's in New York who has rooms with trainers and walls filled with stuff. Every corner is filled with things, and she identifies with what she loves and aspires to, and she has all this stuff. But I found it really overwhelming and cluttered. I could see the beauty in some of the objects, and she had amazing trainers. But there's stuff lying on the floor, there's things on the countertops and tables. It's just messy. And I found that that's when it crosses that line and it's no longer aesthetically pleasing, but messy and cluttery. So it's finding the right balance with this. So I've had a lot of clients, as I said, who have a lot of stuff, but it's been cool stuff that they love. So we've organized it together to make their spaces look chaotic and more curated. And they are able to showcase the stuff they love and ditch the stuff which is bringing them down and making their home messy. So this is that balance that you have to find. It's getting rid of the things that don't make you happy, do look horrible in your house, are just not bringing you joy, if we're going to say the word joy, and keeping the things that do make you happy and you love looking at every so often. So if Cluttercore resonates with you, have a look at the hashtag on social media and see the rooms, how they're organized. And it'll be interesting to know if you follow this kind of maximalism design in your life right now. Leave a comment in the comment box below and let me know. And I will talk about this maybe on another episode, and I'll raise the comments that you guys have brought up, on my social media as well. Of course, if you do find that you have gone beyond the Cluttercore thing and you just have a lot of clutter, you can always get in touch with me at www.decluttrme.com. And I do virtual and physical sessions. I'm also going to be doing sessions in London in October. So if you are in London and need help, get in touch with me. And thank you for listening as always. I hope you found this interesting and as fascinating as I have. And so let me know what you think as well. Take care, and I will talk to you next week with another episode. Bye.